wanted to kind of discuss just a bit about the body. I'm going to go into depictions of women and the ideal bodies next. So in the 1400s to 1700s, a very voluptuous, curvy, in more ways than we think of right now, was the ideal body. And then that changed in the Victorian era, where thin waists became the norm and never really changed after that. In the 1920s, a very, even more slimmed down version of the bodies expected in a more kind of typically what we'd call a boyish figure, in the kind of flappers period. The 1950s was where the hourglass figure really originated, although you can kind of see some similarities to the Victorian, although this is a bit more curvy. From the 50s to the 2000s, the image kind of shifted from curvy to thin a few times, until the 2000s where it was more of an athletic thin, was deemed as the ideal for a female body. And then the 2000s, well 2010s, I don't know how to pronounce that, but the more Kim Kardashian and Beyonce curves, although the waist is still an unacceptable form of curve. So I've got some images now of the apparently world's most beautiful women, according to People's Magazine. I want to ask you what you think is similar about these images and what you think about these images in general.
They don't look at anyone outside the celebrity world, so not even anyone saying doing like charity work and everything like that. I know they're not photoshopped to like look like that, but still, it's kind of like the thing is the most beautiful women are going to be in sort of the acting or model, those types of professions.
Yeah, that's a really interesting point.
And also, it just looks at looks, it doesn't look at anything else than just talent or sort of like just kind of your character personality. It's just all
so beauty is just aesthetic, according to this definition.
And blonde ideal, where even with Beyonce, she's got like straight white sort of blonde hair, and that's, I think, kind of deliberate.
You drew an interesting point there. There aren't many images of the world's most beautiful woman where they're not blonde, curvy, wavy hair. They basically really look the same. They could be just the same woman every year, really, couldn't they? And I mean, this is not to demean to say these women aren't beautiful, but it's to show that there's a narrow image of beautiful women. So we talked about women quite a lot for this section, and I'm going to draw attention to, still with the same magazine, in keeping with the same magazine, but actually the Sexiest men line according to them. I mean, what do you think about these images, and do you think there's maybe similar traits here with these men and how they're depicted, or are they still narrow image, but maybe in different ways?
Although there's obviously like a high standard and a narrow standard, it's not as narrow and it's not as demanding as sort of standard set for women.
But like, I don't know, they're all the same, but I feel like they're all white as well, which I think that's also another factor, because there's an Indian actress, Aishwarya Rai, and she's like frequently called the world's most beautiful woman. But if you look at her, she has like blue or green eyes, and she's very pale and everything, so she still fits into like that white model of standard beauty.
Yeah,
so
they had like obviously like a wind machine and their hair was like blowing, and you can imagine them being like,
With a woman that was like smiling all the time, and they're like, oh yeah, we're friendly, you're approachable. I was like, yeah, it's kind of that whole masculine feminine thing, like stay back, yeah, and then we'll run this thing, and then women like, oh yeah, you're looking really nice today, that whole thing as well, so yeah.
The poses are kind of interesting. The men, they seem to look a little bit more powerful, kind of strong, imposing. Maybe look a bit more intimidating. Maybe that's something to do with how we see men in an ideal world.
That's really interesting to see the masculine and feminine binary. Interesting as well, like the clothes they're wearing, yeah, like tank tops and apparently brown trousers that are only acceptable. Thank you, and Simon as well, for attending the Bodies Workshop 2014. Hopefully we can maybe do an event like this next year. We hope you've enjoyed yourself. Thank you for coming.